Okay, so I've come across a new trade idea today, which I find pretty interesting. And I think that this is one that I think makes sense for all the teams. And we'll start with for the Mavericks. So they would be getting Drew Holiday in this deal. And they'd be able to do it by getting rid of guys that, for the most part, you would think that they're open to getting rid of. The questionable part of it would be PJ Washington. I think that he does kind of fit their with the vision of whatever Nico wants there in Dallas of defense. But with getting Cooper Flag there, it just seems like even in his rookie year, they're going to be having a much better version of PJ Washington. And with all the forwards that they have, they probably don't need that as much. And with Kyrie Irving having a torn ACL or torn Achilles, 20 ACL, I believe it might be. I'm blanking. I'm not going to restart the video. Drop in the comments, ACL or Achilles. But either way, with Kyrie going to be out most of the season, they definitely have a need for a guard. And Drew Holiday is a guy that, at this point of his career, I wouldn't really want to go too hard for. But when you see their drastic need for guard play with Kyrie out, and obviously after trading Luka, and you see that they really want to go all in on defense, that's what they're telling us. I think it makes some sense because Daniel Gafford is a guy, goes without saying, with Anthony Davis there now, with Lively, Cooper Flag, who could play the four. You're not going to need Daniel Gafford anymore. As great as he was for them, helping them get to that finals, it only makes sense for them. They can't pay everybody to let him go. And so you're basically getting him without giving up very much. I think it makes sense. If I'm Nico Harrison, I'm still I don't think I would do it, honestly, just because of how expensive the contract is, and I just think he's already falling off. He only averaged like 9, 5, and 4 in the playoffs, and that's even including the end when Jason Tatum went down, and they needed somebody to step up, and he wasn't able to, and he definitely didn't lock up Jalen Brunson at all. So personally, I'm out on Drew Holiday, but I've never been a pro Drew Holiday guy, so I could definitely see why he fits what the Mavericks would want, and he definitely fits their needs. So I could see this making sense for the Mavericks, even though personally I wouldn't do it. For the Celtics, I think that this is a pretty nice deal. You're able to just get rid of the contracts of guys that you're not going to be able to continue to pay, and then you actually get nice stuff to keep you afloat, and honestly improve your team. Like I think right now, going into the 2025-2026 season, Gafford or Porzingis, when you consider availability, and we don't know what's going on with Porzingis' sickness, give me Gafford. And then if you throw contracts in there as well, definitely give me Gafford. And then you talk about PJ Washington or Drew Holiday, tiniest of edge to Drew Holiday, just a little bit of an edge. But when you throw in contracts, age, give me stinking PJ Washington. And Drew Timme is actually a nice little thing that maybe they'll get something out of. He's a guy that I feel like needs a chance to the NBA. So if they really get him in there as well, I think that'd be great. The only thing is, in the trade right here for the Nets, they get 2 picks from the Celtics. And I think that's just a bit much. I feel like if you're the Nets, you're just kind of helping facilitate a trade. Why would you get 2 first-round picks out of that? I get Porzingis' contract isn't the best, but it's not a very long contract, and you have to spend money now anyway. You're not contending anyway. It's just going to help you to tank, which is what you should be trying to do. I think the Celtics should try and negotiate like 1 first and maybe a couple seconds. Just drop the price down a little bit. 2 firsts is a bit much to me, especially seeing as I guess I was going to say, what I was about to say doesn't really make sense. But either way, I just don't think 2 first-round picks for the Celtics would be the exact price. But overall, as a framework for this deal, I think it makes a lot of sense. If anything, maybe direct one of those picks and the Mavericks should get it because Drew Holiday is so expensive. But I think that there's good motivation for all the teams to do this. I think the Mavericks have more pieces than you need right now. I think they should be looking to get, to do like a 2-for-1 type of deal similar to this. Like I said, personally, Mike, I wouldn't be Drew Holiday. But when you look at it, even if they make this deal, it'll be Drew, Clay, Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, Lively. You'll still have Najee Marshall off the bench. You'll still have Max Christie off the bench if you want to keep that off the bench. And then you're still 7 strong deep. And then whatever else you want to add in free agency, you still have Jaden Hardy around. So you could move him for like another forward. But either way, I think the Mavericks should and probably will definitely be looking to do a 2-for-1, like PJ Washington Gafford, something like that for a guard, and Jrue Holiday fits what they want to do. So this makes sense. I think the Celtics get good stuff to allow flexibility while also making your team actually potentially a little bit better right now. I just think the main problem I have with this deal is the Celtics giving up 2 first-round picks. I don't think the Nets should need 2 first-round picks because you're just basically taking on salaries at a time where that shouldn't be a problem for you. But maybe I'm crazy. Maybe they do need that. Either way, I think this is very interesting as a framework, and I think that this is the type of deal that all of these teams should be looking to do. The Nets shouldn't be trying to spend money and be competitive yet. You got to go the long route like the Thunder did. Just accrue picks until maybe there's a superstar available, and this would help them do that. And yeah, let me know what you all think. Drop a comment, hit that like, and subscribe if you want to do that. Please do it.